Good evening, you are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of greetings to His Excellency the President of Zimbabwe on his country's independence anniversary. And the Ministry of Health announces 15 new confirmed COVID-19 cases with 5 deaths. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Emmerson Mnangagwa, President of Zimbabwe, on his country's independence anniversary. The Ministry of Health announced 50 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, which brings the total number registered in the Sultanate to 1,069. The Ministry of Health stresses that 176 cases have been recovered. Earlier today, the Ministry of Health announced the death of a 66-year-old resident infected with coronavirus, which brings the number of COVID-19 fatalities in the Sultanate to 5.
Within the efforts to limit the spread of COVID-19, the ministry advises all citizens and residents to keep on washing hands with water and soap. Avoid touching the face, nose, mouth and eyes. Follow hygienic habits when coughing and sneezing. Adhere strictly to social distancing instructions. Stay at home and not to go out unless absolutely necessary. Adhering to isolation and social distancing will prevent you, your family and the community from COVID-19. Stay safe.
The Royal Oman Police ROP stated that Ja'lan Bani Bu Ali Souq in the Governorate of South Sharqiya, situated next to the hospital, has been put in complete quarantine. The lockdown decision came by the Supreme Committee dealing with COVID-19 developments and after the detection of 12 cases of coronavirus in the area. The Royal Oman Police activated security checkpoints in all the entrances and exits of the commercial market area in the Wilaya. The ROP also distributed its patrols and drones to spread messages of awareness among the residents and citizens of the area to stay at home as well as not to go out unless extremely necessary. A private hospital in Nairobi has carried out a coronavirus simulation preparing for a mass influx of patients as Kenya anticipates what officials describe as an inevitable surge of cases in the coming weeks. Aga Khan University Hospital has also set up a 44-bed adjoining field hospital to increase the capacity. Dr. Ahmed Kalibi, Chief Executive Officer and Consultant Pathologist at the Pathologist Lancet Kenya, said that the infection is still going through the community, but an inevitable surge is expected, and that should be happening in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Kenya has recorded 234 COVID-19 cases with 11 deaths. The government has imposed a nationwide curfew from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Nairobi, the port of Mombasa, as well as Kilifi and Kwale counties have been sealed off from the rest of the country in an attempt to contain the spread of the virus. The South Korean company Bodytech Med is producing an antibody test needed to assess how ill patients are currently and how far their infection has progressed. Bodytech Med said demand for its test kits are outstripping what they can supply. It has started exporting its antibody-based virus test kits to various countries, including United States, Iran, and a few African nations. The company said it has developed a test kit which enables health workers to measure the number of antibodies produced in a patient's body. With this information, the changes can be measured in a patient's antibody level on day 1 and day 2, which tells you how far the disease has advanced in the patient's body. Following China, South Korea had the largest number of COVID-19 cases in the early phase of the pandemic. India's central bank cut its benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points today to 3.75% from 4% to help the stalled economy and ease financing troubles amid a nationwide lockdown to fight the pandemic. Reserve Bank of India governor said India is expected to post a short turnaround and resume its growth trajectory by growing at 7.4% in 2021-2022. He said financial institutions in the country had risen to the occasion to ensure normal functions during the outbreak of the pandemic, and that the International Monetary Fund projection of 1.9% GDP growth for India was highest among the G20 economies. India currently has more than 13,400 confirmed COVID-19 cases and 448 deaths. Sweden's Princess Sofia has completed a 3-day training course and is set to start work as a healthcare assistant at Stockholm Hospital to help with the coronavirus pandemic. The 35-year-old princess will be assisting staff at the Sofia Hemmet Hospital, of which she's a patron, with the non-medical tasks. The course was originally set up as an opportunity for the Scandinavian Airlines staff to retrain after large numbers were laid off. The participants have completed lessons on infectious disease, hygiene protocol, patient confidentiality, and communications. As of today, Sweden has confirmed over 13,200 COVID-19 cases with 1,400 deaths. Still to come on News Bulletin. The Consumer Protection and the Governorate of the FARC continues monitoring the markets and commercial centers.
Non-compliance with the directives of the Supreme Committee dealing with coronavirus COVID-19 exposes you to risk and legal action. Stay safe.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Al-Nahda Hospital continues to receive COVID-19 patients and the cases forwarded from the Coordination Center of the Ministry of Health. The hospital facilities are prepared with trained cadres to deal with such patients and to take the necessary precautions. The hospital was divided into 2 sections, one of which is dealing with the coronavirus cases and the other one is for the general health problems. The Public Authority for Consumer Protection in the Governorate of the FARC continues its efforts in monitoring the markets and commercial centers within the current situation of the spread of COVID-19. The teams from the authority are conducting inspection campaigns to ensure the quality of the products and that the traders are adhering to the prices specified for the commodities by the bodies concerned. It's worth mentioning that the Consumer Protection conducted a number of meetings with pharmacy owners and commercial markets to ensure the availability of medical products that are in high demand for the protection against COVID-19. Doctors and nurses are the front line in the fight against COVID-19. putting all their efforts in providing a non-stop healthcare required for all. More details in the following report.
Healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, and other healthcare members working day and night throughout the Sultanate, providing quality healthcare while sacrificing their health in the battle to combat COVID-19.
As an emergency nurses, we face a lot of challenges at this time with many patients, but we do our level best to provide the highest care to our patients. My message to all of you, at this time of coronavirus, please stay home with your family and be safe.
The countries stand together, acknowledging the sacrifice, commitment and heroism of all healthcare staff, including nurses, doctors, medical laboratory staff, physiotherapists, radiographers, nutritionists, dietitians, cleaners, along with health administrative staff and volunteers.
I am a doctor here in Royal Hospital and work in collaboration with my colleagues in internal medicine department, emergency department, ICU, and all the paramedics nursing in treating patients, COVID patients and other patients as well. Sometimes get really busy and we need to filter our patients. Now, our message to you is to stay home, stay safe. Hand hygiene is very important and we ask you all not to go out from your house except if there is emergency need.
Doctors and nurses are the front line in the fight against COVID-19. With their protective equipment PPE have been working non-stop to care for all patients. Many require complex 24 hours care.
As a nurse in emergency, me and all the college here, doctors and medical orderly, cleaner, all here, we are working here. With the stress, with the extra hours, extra work. So in this time, please, my message to the public that all to stay home, to stay safe.
I would like to express our appreciation to all the healthcare workers who are really very dedicated, especially at this time of a crisis we are facing all over the world. And here in Oman, I'm very proud to say that our nurses especially have really given their best to manage and to help everyone, especially those who are affected, and brought to our attention, to our care here in Royal Hospital.
They fully realize that these are the exceptional times, but all public need to realize and strictly follow the precautionary measures to cut the number so that the hospital and healthcare staff will not reach to a level of the exhaustion. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
With the updates on the coronavirus, the Ministry of Health announces the death of a 76-year-old resident infected with COVID-19, which brings the number of COVID-19 fatalities in the Sultanate to 6. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of greetings to His Excellency the President of Zimbabwe on his country's independence anniversary. And the Ministry of Health announces 50 new confirmed COVID-19 cases with 6 deaths. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, we urge you to please stay home and stay safe.